Welcome to Your Life in Film. I'm your host, Ted Bennett. Joining me this week, Clarissa Jacobson and Shayna Weber, screenwriters, filmmakers, and good pals. They go by the duo writing moniker Rebel Minx, and they create thought-provoking, smart genre content that is unique, fun, has heart, it's pro-women, pro-man. We had a good conversation. I like these two. They're got on board. I feel like very much was on it straight away. It's very good. We start the conversation with Clarissa talking about her book, so enjoy.
Second edition of my book. I got it back from my publisher because I didn't want to write a second edition because it was too much work. And it's taken me fucking 6 months. Like yesterday, I finally, after 6 months of like the layout wasn't right, this wasn't right, that, I uploaded it all yesterday. The voiceover version's almost done. I feel like I'm going to have a new lease in life. Because it's been like every day working on this fucking book. So that's what I've been doing. Nice. And then Shane and I are working on our Justin Cody project, which is this project in Canada. What about you? What have you been up to?
Oh, I went to like a fun location the other day because we're trying to think of like a new horror feature that we want to work on. And a friend's family own a dairy farm out in the country. And about 3 years ago, like the matriarch of the family passed away, and the house has just been like, lock the door, leave. And like he was like, "Do you want to come take a look?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do, mate. Like that's gonna sound sick." And then like I went to have a look, and there was just sort of like, "Oh, the sink still has her cups in it." Like, yeah, it's just like she passed, they got her out, and they never went back in. But like the power's still on, the water's still running, right? And there was some grim looking things in that house. But it was just like, ooh, what are you doing with this? And they're like, nothing. It's literally going to sit like this probably until he said until my dad dies because he doesn't want to address it. And it was like, oh yeah, am I allowed to film here? And he was like, yes. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, like so, go mess this up so that it doesn't become a thing. It'd be better just to get in there and like shift it so then it's not that energy heavy. Yeah, that memory just sitting there and then getting dust, and then it's like it's like one of those ghost hunter things that walks in and things are still in their place after 40 years and you're just like, oh yeah, so creepy.
I love it.
Awesome. So are you mainly a writer or director?
Director.
Or producer? Director.
Well, more director producer. Like I always find that if there's the right story, like I'd rather the story be told by the right people. So if it's like, oh, that's a great story, I'd like to, but I couldn't direct that one. I don't have that sort of thing, but I know someone who does, and I'm very happy to like connect as many people as I can and be like, you two, you go work on this because this would be great. So it's that kind of thing. Cool. But
whenever your ego doesn't get in the way.
Oh no! Like my ego is purely saved for my letterbox watch list, and that's it.
Well, if you need any horror writers, we're two girls right here.
Well, I think there needs to be more noise made about female horror writers because there always seems to be. Look at this guy's interpretation of what women would be doing. And it was like,
oh my God, Barbarian. That's what I'm going to bring up. It's fucking Barbarian right there. Yes, you're our man.
Perfect. But yeah, it's always bonkers where it's just like, ooh, how about you get first-hand writers writing these things instead? But
yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah.
Well, but also sometimes with female writers, you get the like you think you're going to get it, but you don't get it. Like when I talk about my controversial film is The Substance. So for that reason. So we'll get into that. But I love Barbarian.
Women trying too hard to be feminist instead of just having their voice. Yeah.
Like
I get that.
It's about equality. And if you are being equally commanding of the screen through power and just through like character, that is equally as like important as like overly shouting a specific message. Yes. You're like that's now singling out. That's not equal, and it annoys me.
Yeah. I knew you were going to do The Substance. I knew it.
I know. I was like, I'm ready for this.
But I'll argue with you a little on that.
That's fine.
You guys go by the group writing as Rebel Minx. And
yes,
how long?
We do,
how long?
And production.
And how long have you guys been writing Double Act?
God, what has it been?
Since
It was right before COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we started
Yes.
together. How many years is it? You feel like you've always been in my life. Like when you have a child, that they've just always been in your life. You've always been in my life, Shayna. We actually met in writing class, and then we didn't write together for a while because I was like, I'm doing my own thing. And then it became easier to write. I was like, Shayna's like, let's write this project together. And I feel like that was, I mean, I was thinking about that. You were at Park La Brea when we first started working. That was,
And I
like
was
an
pregnant.
eternity.
Yeah.
Is he 10 yet?
Almost. Yeah. So
we've been doing this 10 years?
Yeah, we met in writing group a long time before that. And then Clarissa went on a trip to Europe, and she had the funniest stories about not getting laid. And I'm pregnant and hot sitting there. And I'm like, we have to put this in a script. So that was our first script together called Lacation. And we still want to get this thing made. It's so funny and ridiculous. And it's sort of like the response, it's the diss track, if you will, to the movies that are like the girl road trip movies where it's like you find out that the one girl has been sleeping with the other's husband, and there's like that drama. This is strictly like two chicks who run away from their problems to go to Europe to get laid because, no offense, European guys are easier to get to hook, but that's not the case. 100%. So they get there and everything falls apart and they cannot get laid, but that's the mission.
But I love that because every time I ever watch things of a similar thing from like a guy's perspective, it's always these guys that are sort of almost Adonis-like, and they go away and then there's just a sea of women that they bed. And I went on a sort of a lad's holiday to Cancun to a swingers hotel, and it was like, honestly, I didn't know. I
would like to do that.
Sure.
So fun.
You didn't know. Sure.
I didn't know when I was first told, but I knew plenty of time ahead of time. But
and they're like whoa.
But like, there's the English show The In-Betweeners, which is about like, just 4 English normal kids. It was like that. When we went, like, I went in my mid-20s, but it was just like 4 of the most generic, dweeby-looking, slightly overweight kids, like turning up to this place where every man and woman is immaculate. Like, whether it's cosmetic or like genuine, they were immaculate. And then there's just us, and it was like, oh, this is
that
shit.
is a great idea for a script right there.
Yeah. That's
like Lacation 2. Lacation 2 from a guy's point of view.
There we go. I mean, we've had all of these, gender swap things. Maybe we'll get the gender swap going the other way again,
Yeah,
guys
so
writing
funny.
about it. But yeah, and it is like the realistic, like everyone always thinks that their childhood was, or their teenagehood was American Pie and Porky's, and it's like, it wasn't. It wasn't that. Like, I went to school. I remember what it was like, and it was a bunch of fucking hopefuls trying to get something. And I think those stories should be told more. They're more relatable.
I do
we're
love
just sick
a
of
Porky's reference.
Yeah, and we were just like so sick of all these chick movies that are like, I don't know, they just make like chicks look so dumb and like that they're so petty. Their arguments so. I mean, our characters are kind of petty, but.
They're petty, but it's funny because they're petty. Like, when you get pissy at someone and you throw out all the things that you don't like about them in the moment, and then you're like, oh, sorry. Yeah, it's funny, but not like sleeping with your husband or like keeping a secret from them or like that kind of stuff. Just
cheating on the boy. Yeah,
like cheating and stuff. That's not like. That's not silly hijinks. That's like, oh, that's quite horrible. Don't do that. That's shitty behavior.
Right.
And you're just like, but like silly hijinks is...
Silly hijinks.
Yeah. Like, yes, I want to see
silly hijinks.
Exactly.
I love the British, like...
Yeah.
The words you guys use. I'm going to start using silly hijinks.
Use silly hijinks. Silly hijinks is a great way.
That is the genre of Lacation, just silly hijinks.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, I can't wait for it to get made. Do you guys is there anything of like an option on it yet? Do you have it like shipped out anywhere? Have you finished writing it?
For Lacation or other stuff?
Yeah, for Lacation.
Oh, Lacation, we should be sending it out more to try to get some attachments. And but right now we're trying to get this kids adventure movie that Clarissa has created with her dad out. And so that's sort of our first feature that we're in the process of doing right now. Yes. So once we do that, maybe some doors will open, and Lacation and our horror films that we've written, we can make some traction on those.
That's always the way it is. As long as you get that first one out, like, then it's, I say it's easy. It's easier. Like,
easier.
You know, and I think there's always that feeling like, oh, well, this is my debut. I want this to be, and it's like, don't force yourself. Like, what's not the easiest barrier of entry, because that's not the case, but it's like, what's gonna get made? Like, just get that made. You're not gonna have 2 stories in your life. You're gonna have hundreds, thousands. So get it made, make the next one. Like, don't worry about it.
The path of least resistance.
Yeah, exactly. I wish someone had told me that early doors. I was, trying to be like, let's...
I think we all are when we're younger a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is my very important film. I'm going to make it. And instead it's like, oh, go make the silly thing, or go make the thing that, like, brings you so much joy and that brings other people joy, and, like, get it out there.
I had that with... I noticed there was a lot of, like, awards fodder, like, short films that were going around where you're just like, oh, yeah, I guess if I wanted to make a film that tackled a dozen issues and used all of these sort of people, it's just like that doesn't...
And filmed during the eclipse.
Yeah, and it's always just like, or I could go make a fun little horror film and have fun.
That's what I did.
And it was like, well, that's better. Like, that was a lot better use of my time. So like I always look at people who make those sort of award fodder films, and I'm always like...
Well, did you see Very Important Film that Shayna and I made? The 5-minute mockumentary about very important films?
I saw the trailer. Yeah, I saw the thing on the website, and I thought, like, that's...
Because that came out of that. Because every time Lunch Ladies was in a festival, people would be like, oh my God, it's amazing. But it could never win, like, I think in all the festivals we're in, only one straight festival. Because, you can't give an award to a comedy. You can't give an award to a horror. It had to have, like, a child walking across the desert looking for water with, like, no shoes on, right? So.
Every time, like, my film would get into a festival, I'm just like, well, obviously I'm not gonna win against racism. Why have you put me up against a film about racism?
And you're like, great, endangered animals, awesome.
Yeah, I love penguins too, but this is about a haunted film reel. What are you on about? Why have you put me next? I'm obviously not gonna win.
There's a film about someone searching through the garbage at a landfill looking for their stuffed animal they lost when they were 7. Didn't win.
It's like, sick. Yeah, great. Thanks for putting us in the same block. Jesus. So annoying. But it got screened. You should be happy about that. That's what they always tell us.
Well, we made that little 5-minute as kind of a fuck you to people that don't think that horror and comedies are worthwhile, and that everything has to be like this important.
Yeah, someone commented to Clarissa once after seeing Lunch Ladies, like, that was loud.
Oh, fuck.
And they were like someone, I think, who made an eclipse film.
They made the eclipse film. They made the eclipse film where people just stand around. It's like the last day of Earth and the eclipse is happening.
Get that one shot.
Yeah.
It's like, oh!
Yeah, and it was like up for, like, I think it was even like I don't know, like, it went really far. And I was just like, this movie is so, like, it was well done, but...
Sure.
It's just ticking all those boxes of importance.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's ever gonna fucking remember 50 years from now, and nobody's really entertained by. So
no one's entertained.
Talking shit about my movie.
Like, nobody's entertained. Like, whenever anyone sort of goes like, "Oh, but look how," and I'm like, there. It's not doing anything. Like, it's saying what we all think. Yeah, there. There's enough of that. Like, we don't need any. It's like, I don't need someone to come up to me and go like, did you know the eclipse is pretty powerful? I'm like, yeah, I fucking know. Yeah, I know an eclipse is powerful. If you just discovered the gold now, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, when people come up to me and say, like, oh, this film about it's really good, it's a really strong feminist message. I'm like, well, I know that. Like, I know that we should treat people right. It's not a surprise to me. I don't know why you're fucking telling me. And I
just saw this funny news article that was like this like cross-reference between the path of the eclipse and people Googling my eyes hurt, and it was like the red of like people Googling my eyes hurt with the same path as the eclipse. I was like, oh, see, there you go.
That would be a great important film. We should make that.
We should totally.
My eyes hurt. It's just called My Eyes Hurt.
My eyes hurt.
That's that'd be so good. And just to like end with like that overly loud out breath of air. Just
and I looked like, at
it. The relief. I have said to a couple of like my writer buddies, I was like, we should write the most like awards foddery film out there.
Yes.
And just like fucking like make fun of them when it wins. And he was just like,
absolutely.
I don't want to. And I was like, nor do I. But we'll
do
it.
But it could be so fun though.
I would love it if the only
piss
BAFTA
off
or
a lot of
Oscar I
people.
had, was just for like, what's that for? I don't like that. I don't want to talk about that BAFTA. That Oscar's rubbish.
Yeah.
This one's
You're like,
great
what
though.
role does Brad Pitt want to play next?
Yeah.
The priest who, like, you know, it's like put all the characters in there that are very specifically, you know, prestige, Oscar fodder, and just put them all in a room together.
And how can we get Tom Holland, Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, you know, Robert Pattinson, Florence Pugh? How can we get all of those guys into one film? Yeah. That's all we need.
And Amy Adams. Amy Adams has to be in there somewhere.
Looking just concerned.
Oh, and that other and the other winner who wins everything, Jessica Chastain.
I was gonna say her too, Jessica Chastain.
Has to be in it too.
Like if they're in anything, it doesn't matter how bad the movie is, they will get nominated.
And Meryl Streep comes in to be the savior in the end.
Can I say, like, for years, because I only got introduced to like Meryl Streep from Stuck on You as her cameo in Stuck on You, like onwards. So I would say she's always been a parody of herself.
That's funny.
From, like, when I've been aware of her. And every time she would win awards, I was like, well, this fucking Stuck on You gal. Like, what's going on with that? Like, come on.
Really? Oh my God. I think Meryl Streep is possibly the best actress of our generation.
And then I went back
Coming
and watched...
from an acting background, I watch her stuff and I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? How is she doing this?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's so good.
Like, I went back and watched, like, Kramer versus Kramer, Sophie's Choice and all that. And I was like,
oh,
I'm a fucking idiot. Right. That's all it is.
Did you ever see her in Woody Allen? Did you ever see her in the Woody Allen movie where she's... she looks so gorgeous in it.
She's so like just look. Which one was she? Was she in? Was it Manhattan? Like briefly.
Yeah, Manhattan.
Yeah, and she just looks so like. Sweet.
She just plays such a different character. Yeah, and it's so funny because I read a book about her that she was up for a role in Suspiria, and the guy who was casting it, or the whatever his name is, the big director, his son brought her in and he said she's not good looking enough. And he didn't give her the role. And, like, it's so funny because I see her in Manhattan. I think she's just, first of all, I think she's beautiful. But also, like, how gorgeous do you have to be? I guess the woman in Suspiria, original Suspiria, was gorgeous. But, like,
she was gorgeous.
Trumps.
But also, I think, there's a very specific look in Suspiria, which is a lot younger than you want it to be, let's say. Like, it's very much, like... quite young teenage childlike wonder, which I think Meryl might have just edged her out on that. Like they you know, like, without saying any horrible words to defame any filmmaker, because you know there's never been a bad filmmaker.
Well, he was mean about it, I guess, apparently, and she was really like upset about it. But then she just went on to become like as big as, you know. I bet he was like, "Oh shit, I should have cast Meryl Streep."
Now?
Yeah, who's laughing?
I don't think Argento's doing too bad, but you know. No, he did. Yeah, I mean, I just remember like reading her this autobiography about her and about what happened when she went in for that audition and how she felt bad, like because they said she wasn't pretty enough to play the role. Oh, that's so bonkers. But did you see that documentary? There was the guy who was meant to be in... He was in Band of Brothers, and he was going to be in something else. And then he got told the reason he didn't get any other work was because he looked like a psychopath or something. Like the producer was really sort of like, oh, no,
really?
Your face makes you look like a psychopath or something.
Oh, wow.
And he then completely lost faith in himself because he was like, whoa, does everyone think I look like a psychopath? Do I genuine? And like... he completely lost it. He couldn't act anymore because he was like, everyone thinks I look like this. And it's like, you got to be quite careful. Like, actors are... Their whole sort of career is based on developing a character, like about like just taking over this role and just being that person. So if you sort of chip away at that bedrock,
so terrible.
It's like, like you can question a role, you can question a performance choice, that's fine. But the thing that's underneath it all is what's like that steadies the ship. Like that's what they root it in. So if you fuck with that, you're gonna fuck with everything. So like,
yeah.
Right.
No, you have to be careful because the vulnerability that an actor, I mean, having done both, I think acting is one of the hardest things in the world because you have to when you write, you bring yourself to it, but then it's someone else doing it. But when you act, you're just there. It's like you have to have like such a strong sense of self because it's you. Like people, even if you're playing a character, they're seeing you, and you have to have so much vulnerability to do it well that like they chip away. I don't know, like that's why actors have to have some ego because
and I think that's the relationship. It's the relationship between
brutal.
The director and the actor, which is that I've written a character and I'm gonna direct you in a way that makes you not look foolish, and you're gonna perform my dialogue in a way that makes me not look foolish. So it's a mutual, like we're both trying to make each other look good here.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
If anyone like fucks it over, it's be like, don't do that. Like, come on.
Right.
But yeah. Okay, nice. So you've both had history in film. You've both, you both loved it from early ages. Were parents film people?
My parents were not film people at all. I was sort of I guess I would call it the black sheep of the family. There was no like cinema lovers in my whole environment. I mean, we had like one movie theater in town. So I didn't really start going to the theater until I was a teenager and I had the ability to go by myself. But, Blockbuster was it. Growing up, that was every single weekend. Like that's what you did. You went to Blockbuster and you grabbed every movie you could get. And that was it. You'd go to friends' houses and they'd have some, and like that was the whole vibe. So I watched movies. I just didn't necessarily see every single, art house film that was ever made. But I'm very versed in all of the, kid adventure, fantasy, big movies that came out. So
can I say that feeling of running into Blockbuster and seeing the wall of all the like the things, and then like you don't know until you get to that wall if there's going to be the thing behind it that you can take.
Right.
Yeah, it's like nobody can decide.
So you're just like
an hour there looking.
Yeah, you're like, there's
one
so
fun.
Go.
So
we got it.
Fun.
It's so much fun. It's so much.
And then you went there to get one thing and it was gone. Like, the movie that everybody wanted, and it was gone. And you were just like,
And you stalk the
fun.
like return thing, and you're like, has anyone returned this?
Is there any in the bin? Has anyone checked it back? They're like, no, it's not
and
back yet.
And they're like, calm down.
Is anyone returning it today? It's like, I don't know.
That was so fun.
I miss it so much.
It was so fun.
It's kind of why I still collect and like buy films physically, is because it's that thing of...
Me too.
I want to be able to look through it and be like, oh, I really want to see this, but I haven't watched this yet, so I gotta wait, I gotta do that. And then like I'm looking and I'm like, do they got any special features there, a making of afterwards that I can watch? And I love all of that.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
I love it. I mean, I'm big on like now going to the thrift stores and picking up the DVDs because everybody's gotten rid of them.
That's right.
I'm getting the most amazing. And then I also see, a lot of stuff doesn't even stream. Like you can't even find it. So I want to have the DVDs. I don't care how old-fashioned it is. I want them.
We're gonna come back in fashion.
It's coming back. It is coming back.
The kids are gonna want our collections, and I'm gonna be like, no chance. It's all mine.
Exactly.
I've even got like old VHS that I'm not going to get rid of. Like,
oh my God,
I love it.
Oh, see, that's good. Yeah,
it's an addiction.
Love it.
But yeah. So, what about you, Clarissa? You from a film family or not film family?
Yeah, like I mean, it's funny. I didn't realize my dad was really into film until my sister, when Netflix first came out, she got him a subscription, and my dad loves it. But when I was growing up, my mom was really into watching films with us. And It was like always, musicals. Like one time she caught me like in my bedroom, like on my bed, like singing like I was in a musical, you know. And she's like, "Oh, that's cute," you know. But she would watch all kinds of weird things too, like the one that like. I mean, first of all, she gave me like such a good comedy background because it was like always Carol Burnett, you know, and Saturday Night Live, and then she also had like a real like she loved musicals, but she also had a twisted kind of because the one we would watch like all the Vincent Price like. The Wax Museum, and then the one that I remember so hardcore that I actually tracked down because I was like, I got to see this as an adult was The Brain That Wouldn't Die.
Oh,
Did you ever see The Brain That Wouldn't Die? Did you ever see that, Shayna?
No.
Oh, it's good.
Oh my God. She gets in a car accident and the guy puts like her head is all that's left and he puts it in a box and she has to like talk. And I remember as a kid just being like, head, you know, is talking. It's you got to see it. It's like so weird and so bizarre. But she would watch like these movies like that, and I was like, I thought that I was for a long time. I thought I was an actress and a theater person, but you know, like when it all came back around and became a screenwriter, I'm like, I'm a movie person, and I started like going back to thinking about all those times. What, where was? And then I was like, oh yeah, that was in my childhood, sitting there with my mom, you know, going to the drive-in, you know, like even though as a kid you don't really watch the movies at the drive-in. I don't know if you guys, you know, you play on the monkey bars until the until the lights go down, and then you try to watch something and then you fall asleep in the back. But like these memories of it just was a memory of like great things. And then my dad would also like if we went to a movie, my dad makes the most amazing popcorn. Oh, nice. He would bring a grocery bag of popcorn and he'd hide it so that we could have my dad's popcorn.
Nice.
So yeah, like it's funny, like going back thinking where did that originate from, and I think I always had like these parents that, I mean, they didn't talk about it, but they exposed me to it. So
I think that's nice though, because then you don't feel like you're being, and I'm not saying you would have been, but like that feeling of being lectured to, like, oh, this is good, you should watch this, instantly sometimes can make me be like, yeah, I'm sure it's good, and then I won't want to watch it. Whereas if like Dad would just have like his videotapes and they'd be on the side, I'd be like, what is Leon, the professional? Like I'll give that a go.
Discovering it yourself. Yeah.
And it's just
all
like
the Mel Brooks films,
right?
You know?
Like my dad was really into, both my parents were really into like French cinema. So
I love
there was
French
like a lot
cinema.
of like French comedies were just like knocking around our house. So you just watch like Jacques Tati films all the time, and it's like, oh
my God,
this is great. This is just a comedy film. It's not that I'm watching French comedy. I'm just watching a comedy film. And it was like, that's a much nicer way to be introduced to it, I think. Just having people just sort of be like, here's something, watch that if you want it, you know? Nice.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, what was the first film you guys saw at the theater?
You go, Shayna, because I cannot
my story's
remember.
Funny because it says so much about me and my taste and also personality. I didn't remember this, so I had to ask my parents what was the first movie I saw in the theater. So my mom told me that I was 4 and my brother was 8.
Okay.
And my dad was on a business trip and my brother really wanted to go see Raiders of the Lost Ark. So I went as a 4-year-old to see Raiders of the Lost Ark. Perfect. And I apparently the whole time I had, you know, my face covered in my mom's, you know, shirt or whatever. But I would pop up at certain times and I said to my mom, I said, "Don't worry, Mom, this sucker doesn't scare me." And then I'd watch it and then I would go back. Yeah. And I can only imagine the face melting scene. Yeah. I am
my God.
Yeah.
That says so much aesthetically about like my taste in movies and horror. That was so traumatic. What a gross, absolutely disgusting scene that will never leave your brain. And I'm 4. Awesome.
Like that, like even like the bit where the guy gets his hand burnt and he screams. Yeah. That alone is like, oh, as a kid, that's quite a lot. And then at the end, when you see him just melt, you're like, can't handle it.
Right, like forever in your brain. That will live rent free forever. Yeah.
Forever. That still is there, ready to go. You know.
Yes.
Wow. I wish I knew.
You don't know?
I wish I knew what my... No. I just remember, like, when we went to the movies, it was the drive-in, which I wish they still had drive-ins. And I remember you have the kids-friendly movie, and then you have... And also, the sound was really bad. You had those weird things you put over. Did you guys have...
They
it was really more of a U.S. thing.
Yeah,
right?
We didn't get many. Like, they kind of make them... Now they're popping up every now and then, and they're meant to be sort of like event things. Like, we didn't have them as a normal thing. Like, we just had a theater in every town and every corner of everywhere.
They're like the best experience. I wish that they could bring them back. I mean, I do remember, like, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and I didn't understand what was going on, and then I just fell asleep. I thought it was boring, you know? But, like, yeah, it was always the kid thing, and then there'd be a long line, and it was just really fun, those summer nights, watching them. I just wish they would bring them back, but
where like I'm not going to be weird about this. Where do teens make out now if the cinemas aren't and there's no like drive-in? You know what I mean? Like,
they don't.
They don't make out.
They text. They text and send pictures.
Yeah, they Snapchat each other instead of making out.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I've talked to, like, I have a 16-year-old nephew, and I have a couple friends who have 16, and they're like, yeah, they're not dating like how we did when we were younger.
That's weird. Like, I remember going to see Hitch when I was like 15 or something, because it meant I could like make out with my girlfriend. It was the only place where it was like, oh, we could totally go do it there, because we can't do it at the parents' house because her family are quite religious, and we can't really do it at my house because it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Let's go to the cinema. I don't remember a fucking scene of that film, but I remember making out.
I wish I had made out in the cinema. Jeez. That sounds so great.
I don't think I ever made out.
I was
in
too
the movie
shy.
Theater. Yeah, I was too worried about people
being
like,
seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, no one would have wanted to make out with me in the movie theater, like when I was a teenager.
Why not?
Me neither.
I mean, that's the truth.
I mean, that's fair enough. I think I've painted myself as quite the playboy. I was not. Like, I was a overweight kid who had done well for himself.
I will say that my oldest friend Melissa and I went to the movie theater one time, and we were sitting there, and we were watching a movie, and I felt like there was rain coming down on my feet. Like, it wasn't wet. It was just like drop. Like, it felt like something was tickling my feet. And all of a sudden, Melissa goes, we gotta move. And I'm like, what? Like, right in the middle of the theater. And then we move, and then we get up, and she goes, and there's a guy in the front thing, like the thing before us, and his hands are like way down like this. And he had been,
he's tickling your feet? Ew.
We were teenagers, and we still talk about the foot pedder. The foot pedder.
That is grim as shit. That's fucking horrible.
I know, Shayna it was like, Melissa was like, come on. And I'm like, why? You can imagine me. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, why? How come? I'm enjoying the movie. And she's like, Clarissa.
I'm getting a lovely foot massage over here. I didn't realize the movies were this good.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
That is miserable. Like, I worked in a theatre for a while, and I've seen some things, but that is like the worst thing I've heard. Like, we
were like 16 years old. Oh my God.
That's horrible. That is grim.
Grim.
Bloody hell. Oh, it's a shame that you don't remember, like, have a specific first film, because I think, sort of, like Shayna was saying, like, I think having that little formative memory of, like, because mine was Hook, and it was like, I
love Hook.
It's such a lovely film, Hook. And I've always thought my dad is a mix between Robin Williams and Bob Hoskins. So to have them both on screen, it was like, hey, it's Dad. And, like, all of that culminates into me. I love Spielberg films. I really like J.V. Hart's writing. Like, there's loads of bits that just add up to it where I'm just like, oh, this means a lot.
Have you ever talked to Jim Hart?
I have. Weirdly, like, he started following me. He followed me on Instagram out of nowhere. And I actually had to be like, big fan. Why the fuck do you follow me, mate? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know.
Human. Yes.
He is a lovely human. He is.
You should have him on. Let's hook this up.
Oh, if we can get that, I totally would. That'd be great.
Oh, we can. Me and Felicity know him very well. Well, not very well, but we know him enough to, like, say, hey.
Well, then, yeah. Let's do that for sure. I have
cool.
Something of his around here. I'll have to move some things because I don't want him to know that I'm a weird super fan.
No, do it. I do that with Penn Densham, who wrote Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, nice.
Because I love that movie so much. And every time I see him, or I'm like, oh my God.
I love it.
I love it so much.
I had, we had Graham Humphreys on the pod like a while back, and he did the posters for Return of the Living Dead and like the Evil Dead VHS box and all that kind of stuff. And before he got on, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to move a load of things because I don't want him to be like, that's my film, that's my film, that's my film, and I'll be like, ugh.
No, like, he would love weirdo. It. Honestly, they love it.
Those sycophant, they love it. They love the attention. But so Shayna, you mentioned about going to Blockbuster and all that kind of stuff. What films did you watch over and over again as a kid?
So there's 3 films that I watched that I call the trifecta. That was my childhood. I know one of them. Yes. That were the 3 that were like on repeat all the time that I still watch to this day. Never-Ending Story, Labyrinth, and The Dark Crystal.
I knew it.
Yep. Those are my surprise. 3. Yeah. That nice. I love. Undying love for those movies.
Madness. We recently got
clearly like puppets.
Yeah, like big fan of Jim Henson. We got a Maine Coon cat recently, and she's got like little ear tufts. And I was saying to Kirsty, my partner, that like I think it was today, I was like, God, she just looks like a Jim Henson like puppet, just like little angry face with these ear tufts. So yeah. So what was it about sort of that dark fantasy, I guess? Like what was it about that sort of genre that really hit you?
So I think that like when I really like therapy myself and think about, like why those films resonated with me, it's because I grew up on a farm in Oregon and there was not a lot of, like thinking beyond this town or this place. And I think what those movies did for me is it just opened it up to a world beyond like what I was allowed. And so it just made my brain go wherever it wanted to go. It was just that permission to be as wild and adventurous as I possibly could before I had to go back and like clean out a pig pen or pick up rocks or whatever chore I was doing. It was an escape. It was essentially just like 100% escape into something that was completely irrational and freeing. And just the imagination, it was, oh my gosh, they're just so rich with imagination and the bravery and the willing to step out of your comfort zone and go do something. It was just all the things that I wished for as a young person that I could do in my life.
I think as well that they're real as well. They're there. Yeah. Like I'm looking at puppets, I'm looking at people in suits, I'm looking at things, and that also make it so much more real. You're like, well, people are there, they're doing all of that. That in somewhere that is actually existing. It's not just in a computer somewhere. And I think that is like that's got to have something to do with it as well,
Yeah, and we always dream of like, you're reading a book and like a never-ending story. Like you find a magical book and you read it and then you're transported to this other place. Yeah. Same with Labyrinth. It's like, she gets transported to this other world and the Dark Crystal kind of just landed in there. Yeah. And it was something that my dad actually watched with us because he really liked the character of Chamberlain, who was one of the creepy I forget what they're called. But he did this like voice, and my dad did it really well. And so it was always something that my dad would imitate and watch with us. So I think that one lands in there just because it became that family thing experience. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Wow.
I love that there was that your dad clearly wasn't afraid to be silly in front of his kids, which is always lovely. And
that was rare. Like he didn't do a lot of that, but there were moments that he allowed himself to be free and do something silly like that. And so we just ate it up. We were like, do Chamberlain. It was so fun.
Nice. So, those like sort of type of films, they completely missed me when I was a kid. They're films that I saw Labyrinth. And I think I saw Labyrinth because Dad's a Bowie fan. So Dad was like, oh, Bowie's in that. And I was like, oh, well, I'll watch it for that reason. And then my partner Kirsty, like, she was a big Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, that kind of stuff. And it's only since sort of in the last 10 years that I've sort of been like, oh, I'll give this never-ending story a go. And it's like, oh, these are interesting. Like, they're not something that I would have ever found on my own, but I'm pleased that I have watched them now. So, yeah, they're interesting films.
They missed me, too. I don't even know if I've seen The Dark Crystal, to be honest. They were, I didn't get it. I remember when it came out, I didn't get it.
I think as a kid, I didn't get it.
I'm not even sure I still get it. I mean, I probably should visit, because sometimes you see films like, and you're like, oh, yeah, now Oh,
yeah, but it can also go the other way. Like, as a kid, I loved Flight of the Navigator. Sure. And then I rewatched Flight of the Navigator as an adult, and I was like, fucking hell, this is...
Oh, same. I loved Xanadu when I was little. And I watched it again. I was like, what is this?
It's up there, ready to go. I haven't watched it.
I kind of want to see Xanadu again. I remember liking that, too.
It is weird.
I can't
and I don't know that it's a good weird, but I loved it when I was little.
Doesn't Olivia Newton-John sing the song?
Yeah, and it's roller skating muses. It's weird and wild. I know.
I have to see that again.
No.
But there were so many, like, slightly odd, like, musicals and just... I guess cocaine's a hell of a drug because they really let people do whatever they wanted in cinema in the 80s. And
it was great.
Right? Yeah. Like, they went bonkers with it. And you're like, yeah, go on then. Go full crazy. Let me see what you got. Like, and we'll dial it back if it's a bit too much. Or we'll keep going.
And it was so freeing. Yeah, you're like, okay, your imagination can do anything.
Also that, like, as an audience, it's like, it's so freeing because it's like, oh, there is such like a diverse, like, spectrum of things that I could be watching. Whereas now cinema is very much like, do you want this version of a dramedy or do you want this version of an MCU dramedy? And it's like, I'm all right. Yeah. Like, I'll figure something else out.
I'll watch some old movies on my DVDs.
Right? Like, exactly. Or I'll go back and rewatch all of the Jackasses and then realise they're not as good. So, deeply upsetting.
Another movie I never could bring myself to see.
Oh, I was the perfect age for it when it came out, you know? Like, I was like
it's a boy movie, right? I mean,
it really is. Like, I think it is, like... And that's not to say, you know, there are girls out there who loved it. Johnny Knoxville's a handsome cat. But, like, there was... like... As a 14-year-old, I guess I would have been about like that age when it came out. Maybe.
Yeah, I can see that.
Perfect. It's the same kind of music I liked. You know, I kind of was into skateboarding. I like the idea of pranks. I like the idea of hijinks.
I like the idea of pranks.
But, like,
it fulfills all your deepest desires for hijinks.
Deepest 14-year-old boy desires.
100%. You know, and then I watched the first one.
What would happen if I attach this to my balls? Well, he's going to do it, and you're going to find out.
Balls aren't getting used anyway. I might as well use them for a prank. What of it?
How many rubber bands can I fit around my balls?
Perfect.
Yes, they did it.
Yes. I watched the first
How many things
film.
can we blow up? Yeah.
I mean, blowing stuff up. I love it. But I was watching the first one last night, and I was just like, these guys are a bit mean. I don't know if I like this. Yeah. And it was like, this isn't as fun as I remember. And I got really, like, a bit bummed out. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch the new one, though.
You will.
Because I'm a teenage boy at heart. What about you, Clarissa? Absolutely. What films did you watch over again as a kid?
My number one go-to was Wizard of Oz. I literally couldn't get enough Wizard of Oz. I was like... You know, because back then you had to wait till it actually came on. And it was like a huge event. And I remember even like I was invited to a birthday party and, you know, it was a sleepover night.
Yeah.
And my friend had just gotten the new AC/DC Hell's Bells album and everybody was like singing Hell's Bells and Wizard of Oz was going to be on in like 20 minutes. And I'm like, I got to go. Because they didn't want to turn Wizard of Oz on. So I went home. I was probably the one everybody talked about. Like, oh, my God, you know. And I think I was like, I mean, I was even like probably 13 at that time. So I was still watching Wizard of Oz. Like, I just fucking loved Wizard of Oz. I loved all the books. I wanted to be Dorothy. I was like, that is my thing, you know?
Jeez. That is dedication to the core. But, like, did you... like, I can see it, like, if you saw it as a kid, or even, like, with you, Shane, like, growing up on a farm, and, well, not a farm, but, you know, that sort of rural thing of being like, oh, I can see that. But, Clarissa, are you a city gal? Like, what was the...
I just think no, I mean, I lived in a small town in Minnesota. Okay. But I think it was just my mom had turned me on to it, and I was just so fascinated with this young girl going somewhere. Like, I loved kind of the idea. Like, I was really into also like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe books. Like, the whole idea of like you can just go somewhere with and you know, like, I remember so many times going into my closet, hoping that I could get through to Narnia.
Is there anything on that back
you know
wall?
And it's like and it's like this normal girl that lives in this, you know, on a farm, and she gets to go somewhere like insanely incredible. And also it was also interesting too, because if you think about it, Wizard of Oz is all about her, and she's this brave role model young woman that does all these cool things, like even the lion, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow. They're all men. They got to rely on her because she's like, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna do this. And like, you just, maybe there's a little feminism in the Wizard of Oz, like, that I'm just like thinking about now, that maybe that's why I could just relate to this. Like, I just could relate to Dorothy. I mean, I remember like even like when I wanted to be an actress, you know, the first play when Wizard of Oz, you know, when they were doing Wizard of Oz, I thought I would die if I didn't get to play Dorothy, you know, but I didn't get to. I had to play a fucking munchkin because I was short, so that was very disappointing.
I too have played a munchkin. It's okay, you know. Munchkin's anonymous over here. We're fine.
Oh. But yeah, I think there was a lack of those strong female girl characters that we could look up to. It's the same with Labyrinth. Like, it was a girl who was like running the show, and it was like, wow, you know, we're not watching a boy do adventure things. We're watching a girl, which was important.
And she saves the day. Like, Dorothy saves the day. Like, you know,
and not through, as we were saying earlier, not through that sort of like normal, like, girl, she stumbled into it, she kind of figured it out, she used her wire. Like, it's just like, no, this is just a girl who's taking care of business, you know. She's she's going in there and be like, oh, I gotta fix this problem, I'll go fix it then. And it's like, oh, well done, you've done that right. That's how it should be written, just a solid character. I mean,
and even the witches are both strong women. Like, even the witches,
you see a spectrum of just like well-written female characters where it's like, I can kind of see the perspectives of every person here. It's like, I kind of get it. Like, and I don't feel like you've played on any trope for any of these female characters. You've just written good characters. So I can,
It's also good for screenwriting, because it's like sometimes you're trying to like figure out something and you're like, oh yeah, it's a Wizard of Oz kind of thing. Like, this is, like, I've used that. I mean, I've heard so many people use that format for, you know, for whatever, like, oh, just give it a Wizard of Oz thing, you know, like,
you meet this person, and then you meet that person, and then the thing, and like,
and then like, structurally, you know, like, I've heard that before, and it does work. It does work.
Well,
you know, not everything you're writing, but like, obviously, like, some stuff, you know, if you're struggling, you can always go, oh, Wizard of Oz did this, maybe I can do that, you know.
The fact that the film's been loved for what, like 80 years now, like, it's clearly a well-written...
I think they said it's the #1 most liked movie ever, which is strange, because usually I'm like a little divisive, where I like stuff that people don't like, and I like really edgy stuff, but I don't know, that was the first movie that just really, so I'm
it
right
has
up there with
an
all the
edge.
people that love that movie, you know.
It has a weird edge to it, though, you know what I mean? Like,
the monkeys
are weird, but then, like, even just all of the on-set kind of things you hear about how the snow is actually asbestos, and like all of that.
Oh, was it? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there's some really weird, dark stuff about, like, obviously Judy getting pumped full of pills to keep her going all the time.
Yeah, that's weird.
But like you do get, I think you still get a little bit of weird edge to it, almost like not an uncanny valley, but everything is so colourful and so bright and so wonderful, but there's still a dirt to it. Yeah, it's off. So I think it still has that element of like, oh yeah, this is lovely, but what's going on? Like, what's happening here?
That's interesting, yeah.
Did you ever watch is it The Return to Oz with Firuza Balk? That is a weird film.
Yes, with the wheelers.
Yeah.
The weird rabbit things, and then the heads in the jars.
Oh
the whole room of the heads. Oh my god. It's so
weird. It's such a weird
film.
The
book is weird. I mean, all the books after The Wizard of Oz are like incredible. Like they get even more insane. I remember reading about the heads in the closet. And I don't know why. I should see Return to Oz because I remember that was one of my favorite that I like. But it's good, right? I mean, people say it's good, right?
I like it.
Yeah, like
I think, it, yeah.
It's when I was first told about it, I assumed it was a gritty horror remake, like further down the line, and I didn't realize it was a Disney film made in the was it late 80s, early 90s or something?
Right.
And it was just like, oh, this isn't being played for horror. This is them playing it
real,
like straight, and it was like, oh, this is interesting. Like this is a weird film, but it's interesting.
It's twisted, and it's twisted, and you're like, all right, I'm going along with this, and then you're like there's moments where you're like, oh my god, okay, I'm kind of creeped. It's like there's creep. It's great though. Like it's
creepy.
It's a little slow. It's a little slow. To get to it, but when you get to those set pieces that are like those big things, you're like, oh my god, like wow.
I gotta put that on my list. I don't even know why, being a Wizard of Oz fan, that I never probably because I didn't want it to ruin my.
Oh yeah, in the same way that like I'm a huge Jaws fan. I've never seen 2, 3, or 4. Like I just don't need to.
Oh really?
I don't need to.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Jaws 1's perfect.
Yeah, I
don't
need
to see anymore. Like,
Jaws is perfect. It's a great movie.
So Clarissa, you saying that you like more edgy stuff. What was the first R-rated film you saw, and how old were you?
You know, I was thinking about this, and I'm sure that there was a lot. I'm sure that my parents, because I don't remember my parents ever being like, "Oh, you can't watch this," or like I'm sure it was probably like something like Godfather. You know, I'm sure that was probably the first rated R. And I remember being like, you know, everybody wanting to see Texas Chainsaw, and I was too afraid to see Texas Chainsaw. But the one that really, like, I think where I'm like, oh, that's a very naughty movie. It was 9.5 Weeks.
Oh, damn.
And I remember I had to see it because, you know, John Taylor from Duran Duran, and I was a huge Duranie, did the song for it. And I remember watching it and being totally disappointed, but also freaked out a little because I didn't know what was going on or what they were doing. I saw it later as an adult, and I'm like, this is good. This is steamy. But like I got it as an adult. But when you're like 16 and they're, you know, like you're barely like thinking, you know, well, I don't know about guys, but like I was a virgin and I wasn't having sex, and like it's this like crazy thing, and then you're seeing a rated R movie about it was like masters, you know, like it's like all the like really raunchy stuff. That's not even in your brain. So you're going, what are they doing? Like, why are they doing that? Seems really naughty. Like,
I haven't even figured out easy mode yet. Why are you guys working on insane mode? What's going on here?
I'm like, why is that? I don't get it. She likes that? Like,
eat first, then have sex. Like, why are you combining the two?
I didn't get it. Yeah, so 9.5 weeks. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. Like, and how old do you say you were for that one?
Probably 15 or 16. I mean, I had to. Duran's John Taylor did the song.
She had to. Duran.
I was such a Duranie. Every bit of my wall was filled with a Duran poster.
They were
twisted too. Duran. So.
Were they twisted? I had a weird, similar-ish sort of like, I looked at something purely for something else. I was caught looking at the tape of Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee's sex tape in like a DVD store once. And like a really attractive like assistant was like, hey, can I help? And I was just holding it. And I went, I'm a big Motley Crue fan. And they were like, what? And I was like, doesn't matter. Just put it back, and I was like, never go in this shop again. That's me done.
Yeah, that was the other thing. You had to actually rent it. And like people had to, so like you're going in to rent 9.5 weeks with your friend and you're just kind of like, you don't want to, it's a little,
I'll take
like
this
buying
one,
condoms
please.
for the first time or something.
Yeah. And however that like assistant, that clerk like deals with it is how you're going to feel forever whenever you buy the exact same thing. If like the first time you buy condoms and the guy is like, oh, you're like, well, I'll never use these. I'm sorry. I have to leave.
Not for me, just, yeah.
You know what? I'll just aim it at the curtains. We're good to go. I'm off.
Yeah, now you just have to stream it. What's the fun of that? I mean, come on.
Come on. There's no excitement.
We're raising a generation of kids who like are just they don't have the same skills we do. They don't have to face these like terrifying things.
God. Yeah.
What
totally.
about you, Shayna? I want to know what rated R movie was your first rated R movie.
Well, I preface this with, like, I'm Gen X, and so basically I feel like I was looking through, like, lists of, like, what we were raised on R-rated movies. Like, there was no gatekeepers to our world. So I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, the first one I really remember is Nightmare on Elm Street at a slumber party. There was no slumbering at the slumber party after watching Nightmare on Elm Street.
Fuck no.
That's the first one I remember. But there were no gatekeepers out there for us to like. They were more concerned about. I mean, was there concerns? There was no concerns. It was just like, yeah, whatever movie you want to get, watch it, and we were all on our own to like work it out.
I've said it before. Like, I feel my parents they weren't horror people, so they would always say like, oh, don't watch that, it's horrible. But that's it. Don't watch that, that's horrible.
See, I didn't even have that. I had like, no one asked me what I was watching. No one asked us.
Because it's just movies.
If we might not want to watch Nightmare on Elm Street when you're 9 at a slumber party. Like, that was never a question. It was just, oh, this is a fun movie. Put it in, and we're all like, oh my God, I'm never sleeping again. And like, the trauma of that, it was wild. Like, I was looking at the list and I'm like, I saw Pet Sematary. I saw Reanimator. I saw The Lost Boys is even rated R.
Yeah.
Hellraiser, Child's Play. Like, those ones are all R-rated movies that we were watching as like under 10, 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
And just like, whatever.
I was too afraid to watch any horror movies, which I love horror movies now. But
yeah, same. I was scared.
But I do remember. You're right. Like all the kids were watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All that kind of stuff.
But like I was an absolute scaredy cat when I was a kid. I couldn't watch horror films at all.
Me too.
Now,
Me too.
I'll watch them before bed without even batting an eye. But
yeah.
I do think that excitement of seeing a horror film and being a bit like, oh God, should we watch this?
Yeah.
Like, I loved that. I loved it as a kid, being really scared, genuinely like, oh my God, like I can't walk home with this. Yeah. And it's just like, I miss that. I miss that so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say I watched these in quotes, but I didn't really watch them. They were playing, and I saw parts.
Yeah,
but I didn't
you're sat side on talking to your friend and being like,
trying to play with my Barbie doll instead of like seeing this.
What was the movie you were saying that was so terrifying to you? Something about, was it the Scarecrow one? No.
So when I was 5, there was this movie at my cousin's house playing on. It was like a CBS movie of the week, which is, I don't know why they're playing this. It was called Night of the Scarecrow, I believe, and it was about a mentally handicapped teenager who is bullied in school, and so he hides in a scarecrow, and the bullies kill him. He dies. I don't know if they kill him or he dies. Night of the Scarecrow, something like that. And then 20 years later or whatever, he comes back to seek revenge on every one of them who's now adults in this like farm town. And the scene that is like part of, in horror writing and stuff that I feel like has been ingrained in me forever is he pushes a guy into like a grain chopper or hay chopper or something.
This.
And then the next scene is jelly plopping on toast in a diner. And it was like, Just,
That's how you edit.
yes.
That's how you edit.
Like, yes, that is exactly right. But that I was 5 and I was like peeking around the corner, like watching it because all my cousins were way older. They were watching it and I'm just like horrified watching this movie of just this poor kid scarecrow killing people. Oh my God.
Love it.
I feel like I did see that.
Yeah.
But it really scared you.
It was a CBS movie of the week. Well, yeah.
Wow, that would never be a movie of the week. That's amazing that ever made it to a movie of the week.
This would be on, like, Shudder. And it'd be gone.
Yeah.
Gone within a minute.
Yeah.
Things were way funner back then, man. They got away with way more.
That's what I'm saying. There was no gatekeepers. It was just like, well...
They said The Exorcist could never have been made today. Never would have been made today, The Exorcist. They could have never made that movie.
I wonder that. Like, I don't know about that.
To get the money for it,
yeah.
The cross and all that with the
that's true.
The current climate and
people would be too scared.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Cowards.
I mean, it's just amazing to me that it got made. I mean, back then, like you said, there was less. It was just, I don't know. In some ways, it was just weird. It's like things were less liberal, but like with movies, it was more liberal. Yeah,
like they really let Hollywood sort of like go wild. It was almost like they assumed, well, no one's watching this. No one cares.
Yeah.
Like, just go mad. And then it was like, all right, we will go mad. And it was all your Billy Friedkins, your Scorseses, your sort of Beaties, your Hoffmans, like, where they were just like, let's do some stuff. Let's see what happens.
Did you ever see like the movies before, like the really old movies before the motion picture thing came in?
Oh, pre-censorship stuff.
Yeah. Like some of that is like so unbelievably twisted. And I go, oh my God, like you have this like version of people back then that they didn't do certain things.
Like they wouldn't have done that.
So like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are super interesting.
And they're like weirdly like gothically dark, and you're like, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Like, I don't know if I want to deal with that. But they're good. They are good. So I feel like 9.5 weeks would have made you felt grown up. But like, what was the first film that made you feel grown up?
I didn't understand it.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
I think it's funny. I feel like the first films that made me feel grown up was pretty recent.
Oh, okay.
You're like, I just watched
that Obsessions movie.
Yeah. I mean, probably because like I thought I was a theater person and I read all these plays. And so then when I got in my writing class, I said to my mentor, I need a education in film. Like I want an education. And he gave me this watershed list of like 1,000 movies. It took me like 10 years to get through. And it'd be like all these really interesting movies. But then it'd also say, you have to see all the Fellini movies. You have to see all the blah, 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 right? So I'm like working through these things, right? And so I think maybe it was like when I started watching all these Fellini movies because I freaking hated them. I hated them. And then all of a sudden, because I had to watch so many, it was like maybe whatever, 4 in or whatever, all of a sudden I got it. I was like,
right.
Oh, this is why people like Fellini. And then I felt very grown up because now I could say, hey, he's not my favorite, but I can subjectively say like why people watch him for the, how the crazy and incredible like imagery and crazy characters, and like, and all of a sudden I got it. So then I think I felt intellectually growing up. So it was probably then.
Damn. I know what you mean. Like, I'm still waiting for that moment to feel grown up watching a Fellini film and not just like, I don't get it and I don't like it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I need to go back and do some, like, I was going to watch Amarcord recently, but I was like, I don't know if I like it. I don't know, but I'll do it.
I like Amarcord, but it took me a while because I like movies that are very, like, character-oriented, story-oriented, and I don't feel like Fellini is. He's a spectacle. And, like, once I started getting he's a spectacle, and pushed that out of my head that it has to be the story that I, like, really am involved with these characters, then I got why some people, it's almost like a modern day, why people like to go to these big hero movies because it's just a spectacle.
Yes.
That's what I kind of feel like. It's like if you get, and I was like, oh, I'm being very intellectual. I'm very grown up now. Now I understand Fellini.
Now you understand Fellini. Well, one day I might join you. Shayna, what about you? What was the film that made you feel grown up?
Well, I'm about to take this in a different direction of maturity-wise. Like, I wouldn't say that like this is an intellectually mature grown-up movie. I would say when I went to the movie theater by myself for the first time with a friend at 12 and watched Pretty Woman.
I love it, Shay. I love it.
I felt pretty grown up.
That is pretty grown up.
When you can talk about a hooker with a heart of gold,
right?
You got it.
Come on.
You're grown up. I understood it for the most part.
And I think as well, deciding like you went with a friend, it was very purposeful. I'm going to go watch this film, and we're dealing with a hooker with a heart of gold, and Richard Gere, and Jason Alexander, and it's going to be lovely. Like,
it's a grown-up fairy tale,
Yes.
Right. So we were like, and I think my older brother brought us and went and saw a different movie, and then we went in, because we couldn't go into to Pretty Woman unless we were with. So we had an adult or my older cousin or something with us, and then we went in there, and they went somewhere else. So we were by ourselves, and I believe we were in the front row, and we felt we felt very grown up, and we could handle the maturity of this film.
Oh yeah,
Right.
We could handle.
It's a great film. Honestly, I think it's a great film. I do too.
It is a great film.
I do
like
too.
it's one of those films that I think a lot of guys like wouldn't want to admit that they like it because it's like, oh no, it's about a prostitute, and it's just like, shut up, just go watch it. It's a great fun film. Like,
it's so entertaining. How can you not like it? Yeah.
But like, I even quite like Runaway Bride. You know what I mean? Like when they got back together years later. Like I love a shitty rom-com like quite a lot. I'm just like, I'll sit there and like kick my feet and be like, oh, this is great. But you know, like I feel like that would have definitely been like a Pretty Woman would have been the start of that for me as well. Like,
and I liked it. Like I liked that at the end, she didn't necessarily stay with him. Like she decided to go off, and I mean she had a bunch of money now, so she could, but she decided to go off, and then he came back, but in the end it's like she saved him right back. And I don't know why, something about that was like a shift, and it resonated in a weird way of like, oh yeah, she actually changed him. He changed her life, yes, but she changed his life just as much. Yeah. And I thought that was like really great in a movie like that, where like he's not the male savior, she's actually the savior in the story.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of films, a lot of films have tarnished the way young men and women perceive relationships, because they're always written in a very stereotypical way that the man chases the woman, and the woman can't help but fall in love with his tenacity. And I think, like, that is
he wears her down.
He wears her down, and eventually she yields to him. And it's like, that's so dangerous, because it's like there's not enough women sort of going like, oh, I had a really good time, goodbye. And it's like, blokes need to understand that rejection is good, and women need to understand that they can say no. And there's so many films that like I mean, it's Porky's, it's American Pie. They're obviously not written for certain like people, but it is like, but you're forming such a formative like memory of like a formative like way of thinking how people should be reacting to the opposite sex. But that's really dangerous, and I think Pretty Woman is a good one where it shows that it's like you can also
turn it on its head. You
can be a sex worker and you can do it for the money. That's not a problem. Like that's a form of income. Like don't begrudge anyone that.
Yeah, the friend was like, I'm not leaving. Like she was just like, I'm staying in this job, and $50 grandpa for $75 the wife can watch. Like amazing.
Perfect.
Just like own it, girl.
Yeah. And I think that's one of those movies that if you were to make it now, it wouldn't be as shocking in any way. You'd just sort of be like, that's just someone who does like OnlyFans.
And it would be a sad story. It would be a sad story like Nora. It's almost like you're gonna feel. Well, I didn't feel sorry for Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman at all. No. Like she was still like her own person and did her own thing. She just got herself in a situation where like this is how she had to support herself, and didn't really want to do it, but it paid the bills. Where like now it would be this sad sob story about this poor woman and her
poor prostitute,
and her poor past, and like, oh no, and you know,
and the heart of gold guy that gets her out of the troubles, and it's like
who's just surrounded by bad people,
you know? Yeah. I didn't like Honora. Didn't like it. Didn't care
I
for
haven't
it.
seen it yet. I want to see it. I haven't seen
it. I fast forwarded through that whole middle section where they're like on the search, and I was like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
It's
Get on with it.
It's just turned
into. Have you seen
into
Honora?
Like,
have you seen Honora? Have you seen Honora? Have you seen
Honora?
You
should watch
it.
It's really
We're
good.
Like,
it's really good. You should watch it. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Hey!
There's good parts of it. I'll say that. Like the acting, I like some of the actors in it. I think they're really interesting. Like the casting's interesting. But yeah, for the most part, I was like, meh.
Again, though, I think it was a film that everyone told me to. Oh, you should watch it. It's really good. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see it.
Is it?
Like,
is it all right?
Yeah.
I've watched other
like
films.
Marty Supreme, the movie that everybody I know hates.
Oh God.
I have no interest in seeing it until I found out that Darius Konji did the cinematography, and now I'm like, I do like his work, so I might watch it purely for his like pictures.
Word. No, it's worth watching. It's just like, why is it getting? Yeah.
Oh, because
nobody I know that saw it liked it. I don't know one person that saw it that liked it.
I don't think the Safdie brothers are doing it for me. I like Good Time.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
But Uncut Gems, I couldn't care less about that. I was watching it just like you could have got out of this situation so much easier. Oh. God.
Yeah.
Drove me mad. Yeah. Crazy it did. Which I feel like this is a nice segue into what film holds a special place in your heart.
Special place in your heart. Oh. 16 Candles, man.
Oh, love it.
Breakfast Club.
Okay.
I can't get I can't get enough of Hughes. John Hughes.
Yeah. Fair.
He's an underrated genius.
Yeah.
And nobody could write teenagers like him.
Nope.
No.
Nobody.
No, they couldn't. Like going back to that sort of in-betweeners thing I was saying at the beginning, that is almost the most normal teenager you see in like teenage movies. Like all of those Breakfast Club kids were just like, yeah. That's just a bunch of normal kids.
And they weren't overly gorgeous, but they were beautiful.
Yeah.
They had flaws, but you know, like just the Molly Ringwald and Anthony, like just putting those two together. And it was so like, I just, you know, like you always had the guy that you really wanted a boyfriend, but the guy who liked you was always a dude like Anthony Michael Hall. And you're just like, like, leave me alone. No, you can't have my underwear. Go away.
I was that guy.
My guy was Norman Denzer. Like, Norman Denzer liked me, and he crumpled crackers in my dress when I was sitting next to him at lunch. And it was always like, why can't I have that guy? And I got Norman Denzer. You know, it's like,
oh my God.
Like, John Hughes would bring out like all those things, and then like, you know, and Molly Ringwald was just. She was so awkward but yet also beautiful that you were like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Like not a classic beauty, but like, you know, like, and you could just relate to being her. And then she gets Michael Sheffling, who disappeared after.
But the thing is like the hot guy saw that in her. And
yes.
And you felt that, and you went like, see, if somebody just got to know me,
exactly,
they would fall in love with me too.
If only for 1 second I'd stop ruffling dandruff out of my hair. Then someone would see me.
Oh.
Did you know those two characters were supposed to be cast differently? The guy who played the jock and the other
Emilio Estevez and Hirsch. They
were going to cast it, they wanted Emilio Estevez to play the Judd Hirsch character and Judd Hirsch to play the Emilio Estevez character. I can't remember which one. I think it was Emilio Estevez that was like, no, I want to play the jock. But originally they were going to play the other characters. Which I could see.
Yeah, I can see it. Like, it's not out of line, but I also feel like they did the right choice.
Oh, they're genius.
But
that's not originally like the character they were going to play it from. I read this whole thing about it, and those movies hold up. Like I watched it, both of them not too long ago, and I'm like, these are still freaking awesome.
Yeah, 100% correct.
Yeah.
Like they are.
I mean, I feel sorry for young kids that haven't seen them now, because I feel like a lot of the teen movies now is just like these beautiful teens that are just, oh God.
I think it's quite damaging. I think it's quite damaging for all of these kids to see like beautiful sort of immaculate people going to school, and you're just like, but hang on, that's not us. Where's the acne? Where's the clothes that are a bit snug because you put on a bit of weight? Like where's just like your trainers aren't as cool as the next kids? Like where's all of that? Like that's not real. And then you're building up this whole thing of like, well, life is all about looking good, and it's like good luck with that, because when you get to 21 that might not be the case anymore, and you've spent too much time on that. Like
exactly,
try and think good. Says me with
and none of his characters were over the top. Even Michael Scheffling, who's one of the most gorgeous dudes on the planet. That's how you say his name, right? Michael Scheffling, the guy who played the love interest in 16 Candles. He only did. That's his.
Yeah.
I mean, he is like the most beautiful person that Hughes put in the movies, but he also felt very real, because you always had that guy at school that freaking looked like that.
There was always like there was without a doubt the hottest girl and the hottest guy at school, and they usually went out, and like you knew it's like, well, they're the hot two, that's fine,
right?
And then their mates are almost as hot as them, but not as hot,
but not quite.
But they're all going to be together, obviously, and then we're going to come down the ranks to where I am, and that's where we are. I'm the top of the nerds. That's fine. I can live with that. You know, like, but yeah, there is always that one where you're like, you fucking save some for the rest of us, all right, guy? Like, get out of here, get out of here.
And the boobs, like you were like, there was always the girl that had the boobs, and you're like, oh, she's got the best boobs. And you like look down and you're like, where's mine?
Like Molly Ringwald.
I know, that's how
my
I
grandmother
felt.
comes
She's
over.
like, oh my God,
they'll turn up eventually.
She's like, boobies. Yeah.
I mean, people are hating a lot on that movie because of that Asian sequence, and I'm like,
oh, Long Duck Dong.
Yeah, just fucking stop hating on it. Like, stop fucking hating on it. Like, it was a time period. Yeah. It was never done out of spite, and it doesn't make the movie, you know?
It's horrible to say it. It was acceptable then, and it wasn't being done, like, viciously, if that makes sense. There's that scene in Crocodile Dundee that they cut because he touches a trans woman like by the crotch to find out that they are pre-op. Right. And they cut it out of the Blu-ray over here. I don't know if they did it for you guys.
I don't like when they do that.
I don't like that, because I'm like, right, well, that's a learning moment. He is a fish out of water, and he has learnt something new. Like, why are we cutting that?
Yeah.
Also, it was a film that was made 30 years ago. Attitudes have changed. That's fine. Like, are you not going to show Birth of a Nation ever again? Like, you need to learn.
Same with Gone with the Wind. Same with Gone with the Wind, which is an amazing movie too. And they're like, oh, we got to cut this, or we got to like can't watch this, or we can't. And I'm like,
the fact that at the Academy there's Hattie McDaniels' Oscar is not there. They're like, she won it, but she never got it.
Why is it not there?
Because she never received one, because of being a black woman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it's like, well done, Academy, for at least acknowledging your own bullshit. You're like, there it is. Yeah. That's the space that it would have sat in.
The empty space,
Yeah, and you're like, good.
Oh, wow.
And it's like,
wow, I didn't know. That's sad.
And that's the thing. I know it's horrible. She wasn't allowed to walk the red carpet.
But don't be going back and fucking cutting up movies and removing shit. It's just don't do that.
My 4K of The Abyss is from Germany, because they didn't release it over here. Because they wanted to get rid of the rat scene where the rat like is underwater, because it
seriously.
Yeah.
UK I don't think I've seen The Abyss.
That's the whole I mean, listen, I'm against animal testing, but that's the whole catalyst into seeing how it's going to work, and it works.
And it's shown in such a natural, like, don't worry about it. Like, the rat's fine. You're in the amniotic fluid. That's the thing. You're like, okay.
I'm sorry, but we're still doing that shit. So if you're going to, like, we're still doing animal testing. We're still using rats for that purpose. So, like, you can't pretend it away.
Right.
It's happening.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Shayna. It's like by cutting that stuff, it's pretending away that it didn't happen. I think it's even more detrimental because you're trying to erase history like everything was. No, like I think it's. I don't think it's like. I mean, I guess if you're an idiot and you think that that's proper, but most people are going to get the lesson from it, or they're going to go, "Oh, that might not be right now."
Yeah,
but it was.
We should be cringing. We should be cringing at things and be like, oh, thank God we evolved from that.
Exactly. And it's cutting anything out. I always just feel like no.
Oh, it makes me crazy. Yeah,
it annoys me. Also, it makes me crazy from one perspective, but also from like a creative perspective. I'm like, how fucking dare you?
Can you imagine?
Don't cut my work. Like, it's my fucking work. Like, what the hell do you think you're doing? Yeah. Like, don't release it. Don't make money off of my IPs. If you don't like the entire project, if you don't like it, fuck off. Like, I'd rather you didn't do it. Like, I
agree.
But I'm completely fine with it. I'm totally fine. I'm not furious at the whole thing.
Hey, I love it. Passion is important to be a filmmaker.
There we
go. Passion, man.
What about you? What about a special place for you, Shayna?
So mine is sort of in that same realm. Dirty Dancing.
Oh, Dirty Dancing! I love it.
So Dirty Dancing came out when I was in 5th grade, and it was a movement. It was everybody had the jean shorts. Everybody got that perm. The soundtrack was the first one that was just like every song was a banger, and we all got when you had the like 1 cent BMG where you get all your DVDs and like and you start listening to DVDs, that was like the number one that everyone got. It was like the Dirty Dancing soundtrack, and it played all the time. And I must have, I probably have seen that movie over probably 200, 300 times.
Yeah, I love that movie.
It was it was so monumental. And during that time where it was like dancing and being free and like, it was the same, but it's in the same line of the girl character who is brave and wants to break free from the world that she lives in to become somebody bigger, and she saves the guy in the end and like all of that. So yeah, Dirty Dancing was it for me.
I've never seen
That's a movie that couldn't be made. Oh my God, it's so good. And that's a movie that couldn't be made now either with the abortion issue.
And I didn't understand that then. I was like, why is her tummy hurt?
It's so good. You have to.
And now I'm like, good. I watched it and I'm like, oh my God, that is so devastating.
Yeah.
She went to like a back alley abortionist with like a coat hanger basically and like. Oh.
Yeah, it was a commentary on fucking pro-choice. Yeah. So yeah.
Damn.
Crazy.
But it was,
it's deeper than I thought, this film. I should go watch it.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It was kind of like in the same vein of Footloose with the soundtrack. When the Footloose soundtrack came out, like everybody was like, Footloose.
Top Gun had a great soundtrack too.
Yep, Top Gun. Yeah. All those,
Top Gun did have a great soundtrack. That's a film that I have seen more than I'd like to, because a lot of my friends joined the RAF. So they were all big into like Top Gun because they all wanted to be fighter pilots. And like they were like, "Oh, we should watch Top Gun." I'm like, "All right, boys. Like, we want to watch the volleyball scene again, like, just to make you want to watch the volleyball scene again." And they're like, "No, it's the fighter jets. They're cool." And I'm like, "All right."
I love Top Gun. Top Gun's a freaking great movie.
Yeah, that is a great movie.
And the new one, Maverick, that was great.
The new one was good too. The new one
I liked it
too. Yeah,
I'll be honest. There's very few Tom Cruise films I don't like. You know what I mean? Like he produces bangers. Man's producing bangers all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him.
I do too. I like him, and I don't want to, but I do. I really do. I'm always like, okay, he's gonna entertain me.
Every single person I know who's worked with him, like, has only spoken very highly. Like, I've never heard I've heard bad stories from like nice people, if you know what I mean. But with him, everyone is always like, no, he's a beaut. Like, he'll hear that it's like a runner's birthday, and he'll bring cake for everyone. And it's like, lovely. He treats everyone on set perfectly.
I think he works very hard.
Yeah.
I think he works very hard on that persona. And I think that's the thing is like, is that real or is that just, I hope it's real, but it's hard,
Because of the Scientology, he's trying.
But
it's hard.
I think the persona is, it's more like, and I'll be careful when I say these things. Like, I think it's more spectrum related than it is malicious. I think I don't think he has like, oh, I'm going to make this nice guy persona because that's what I need to be. I think it's more like, oh, I am so focused on film, but I'm also a nice person, right? And he just does these things because that's what I want to be. And I don't know if he necessarily believes it, but I know he needs to do it. So I think it's like that nice sort of persona isn't like when he gets home, he's, boiling kittens and being like, these fucking chumps.
No.
I think he's actually a bit like, when he gets home, he probably just sits there like...
I just think he has a lot of self-awareness of those beats. You know what I mean? So I think that like I think he tries really hard to be nice. Because he lives a wild life. Like, he doesn't live a normal life.
No.
And trying to be normal and nice is very difficult, I think, when you're that much of a superstar. There's no normal. So I think that's what I'm saying, is like, I think he tries to be this like nice, normal guy. That's the persona, is to be nice, normal guy, when nothing about your life and your world is normal.
That's fair, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's fair. Well...
But good for him. At least he's nice and kind to people,
That's the thing. At least he is. Not a dickwad, because there's so many. There's so many dickwads. And like people that they don't realize, like I've shattered some people's illusions where I'm like, this person's a bit of an arsehole. And they're like, really? And I'm like, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm the one to tell you this, but I was also devastated when I found out.
Mean people. Yeah.
Mean people everywhere. Mm-hmm. Which leads us nicely. What's your controversial opinion on a famous film?
Well, I would say, I'm just going to go down 3 horror films. I would say Barbarian really, really pissed me off that people think that movie's so fantastic, because, first of all, it is fantastic. The first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, the setup, everything, you're like, holy shit, I'm like on this great ride. And then it's like they don't know how to make that pay off, so they go this completely bizarre direction, and then it's all about a woman who's awful. Like right, like that makes me mad. And then Hereditary, like I felt the same way about Hereditary. It's on this great ride, and then they don't know what to do, and then they put together this hodgepodge ending of like shit that everybody's seen when it started out so original. So those are 2. But for the positive win, I would like to say that this could be controversial, because I just think a lot of people didn't get it, but I thought Heretic was fucking genius.
Right.
Genius and underrated.
Board. I am on board with all of these.
Yay!
Things. Because
nice.
Like Barbarian, I enjoyed it. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. But the more you think about it, the less I was like, okay, it looked good, it started great, and it was going in a nice direction, and I like that they subverted it, that he wasn't the scumbag. And then the second half, I was like, this is also another great film on its own, unrelated to anything else, and I don't know why I'm watching it now. Like...
Right.
See, but that second half of that movie with the mama down underground and her, like, needs to breastfeed... And like the whole thing, and then has superpowers and can like bust through walls. I was like, what are you doing? I don't need to see a man come in there and he'll be like, here, suck my tit. Like, I don't need that. Let's not make her just the stereotypical childbearing woman who's like gross. And it was like, what?
I think Zach Cregger's proved that he doesn't know what he's doing.
You said it.
That's why I don't want to see weapons, because I've heard Weapons falls apart too.
Dog
like,
shit.
It does.
I really didn't like Weapons.
Yeah, like I haven't seen it yet, because I'm like, am I going to be as annoyed as Barbarian?
Yes,
so I've kind of like put it off. I keep putting it off. I'm like, oh, I should see it, and then I'm like, oh no, I'm going to watch something else.
Yeah, watch anything
same
else.
Thing where you're
where
like,
it falls apart.
Great, amazing premise, like flawless premise. What a great opening. What a great start to it. And then somehow in there, like you lose it. And then you're like, well, what do I do now? Okay, I guess we'll do this.
That's what I feel like they don't know what they're doing.
Well, he did say.
there was so much potential.
Yeah. There's so much potential. And he did say in an interview, like, oh, we were kind of just making it up as we were going along. It's like, yeah, you don't fucking say, mate.
Clearly.
Like,
yeah, clearly.
The fact that at the beginning of the film it says these kids were never seen again, and at the end there's a epilogue thing that says, like, oh, they were seen, but not how they were, like, seen before. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, right, so you
didn't
even...
this film's going to piss me off.
Oh, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. It pissed me off so much.
The whole thing. You're like, what?
And Hereditary is another one. Hereditary, to me, I was just like... I always sound like a fucking film snob when I say these things, but it's like, oh, I've seen good, weird horror films. You guys clearly haven't because you think Hereditary's good.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like and it starts out so good, and then it's like, oh, we don't know what to do with it, so let's do this lame ending that I've seen a million times.
Yeah.
It doesn't really fit with anything.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, cool. Like, and everyone's like, oh, it's so good though. I'm like, go watch fucking anything else. Like, because there's so many better films out there that are doing everything weird and wonderful, and you've never seen it, so you think, it's how I feel about Tarantino. It's that, like, if you haven't got the time, by all means, go watch a Tarantino film. If you do have the time, go watch blaxploitation films.
Oh my God, I'm so on the same page as you.
Like,
I've never heard a guy put down Tarantino. I'm impressed. All guys love Tarantino.
Tarantino and Nolan can go fuck off, all right? I'll put it that way. They're not my guys.
Except for Memento.
Oh, Memento and Insomnia, and that's it. But when his brother was writing for him, he was okay. But
Memento was genius,
But Tarantino, he can fuck off. Like, it really annoys me. But
and you were a Heretic fan? You were a Heretic fan, though?
I really enjoy seeing Hugh Grant being a scumbag.
Bad.
Yeah. Like, because
he was so good. He should have been nominated for something for that.
Should have got. We should only be given him.
I think he was nominated, wasn't he?
Was he?
No, I don't think he was. I don't think he was. But I feel like people just didn't, either they didn't get it or they didn't. It didn't get the love that I felt like it should get.
Did it not get the love because it showed a woman overpowering a man?
Perhaps, or it dealt with religion.
I think it's the religious aspect. I think people didn't want to touch it.
And
so good.
Surprising. Over here, it's not such a big deal. Like, if the thing's religious, we don't really care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in the States, it is so divisive, and you're just like, oh my God, like, you're only offended because it's the one that you've decided to believe in. Like, other people don't give a fuck. Like, just let it be.
It was so smart. It had so many smart things in it. I just loved it.
And
I
I
was shocked by it too.
Yeah, I was shocked by it. I was enjoying it. Like, the weird, like, sort of creepy old lady downstairs. I was like, that's got me. That's got me good. Yeah. Like, I like that. But I like that.
And the candle, like, I didn't. I mean, I guess it's a spoiler, but I didn't realize.
Oh, I did the whole time. I knew it right when it was there. I was like,
when he put the candle, I did it. Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
I'm like, get out.
There's no one baking pies.
I know. Yeah, oh God.
Love it. But that's the thing. Like, there's loads of little bits in it that are just like, yes, this is good. This is good. So yeah, well done. Good choices. and
okay, now mine is going to be a bit of a debate, I think, which listen, again, I'm going to preface this with, I'm not 100% right on this, but this is from my core perspective of a flawed film that gets a lot of praise. So there's the one side, like, cinematically, I think it's great. I think it was shot well. I think it's gorgeous.
Wait,
I think it's cool looking.
It's substance. She's talking about substance.
The substance is my controversial film. I fucking hated it. And I really wanted to like it. But for me, it contradicts itself at its core. Yes. It is supposed to be a film about female bodies and the shit that is put on a female in terms of, like, body image and all this stuff. But it's casting a woman who has massive body issues. You're not helping your situation. And I feel like it goes absolutely against that in a lot of ways in the movie. And the other part that drives me crazy about it is logically, listen, I like surrealism. Great, I get it. I can go out and I can believe a lot of things. I can suspend my disbelief. But there's parts of this film from the very, very beginning that was convenient writing. to
yes.
me. Mm-hmm. And that starts with when she's at the beginning and she's this Walk of Fame, very famous Jane Fonda workout, and she doesn't have a dressing room. She has to go in the public bathroom, and it's convenient so that guy walks in there, the executive, and talks, and she overhears it. That, to me, was strike one. Mm-hmm. Strike two is when, I forget, what's the girl's name that...
Quayle?
Quayle, yeah. Margaret Quayle.
So it's Elizabeth Sparkle, and then it's Sue. Okay, so when Sue moves into Sparkle's apartment...
Yeah.
She doesn't have an ID... She's making all this money and doing all this stuff.
Yes.
There's no reference to like how this is happening. And so constantly I was like, how does she?
She hasn't got a social security number.
She has no identity. Also, in the beginning, there's a maid that comes all the time behind Demi Moore. Very deliberate, putting this maid never shows up again. The other part is destruction of the bathroom to create this secret fucking compartment in an apartment, but like, give me a break. Like, all of that just drove me crazy, and I couldn't get into the fun of the story because there was nothing that made sense to me.
Yes,
it drove me crazy.
You've hit very valid points. Like, I will disagree and say I enjoyed it. I didn't dislike it for those points, but they are completely valid. Like the breaking of the wall one. Like, I've worked construction, and I was just like, really? You're gonna demo that wall, are you? And you're gonna have that much of a cavity space behind it? No, thank you. And none of your neighbors are gonna complain. Like,
and retile it perfectly.
Yeah, sure. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had loads of time being a fucking tiler. Like, Jesus Christ, where's your float? Why do you have a float ready to go to grout? Get out of here, man. So that that annoyed me. And the social security thing really annoyed me. I was like, right, she doesn't have any ID. She has nothing to say that she is who she is. So apparently she's going to get paid, but into the same account. Like, what?
Right.
Like,
and no one's questioning
this. HR is not going to be like, oh, we're still paying Sparkle. No, this is Sue.
Right.
She lives in the same address. She's got the same social. She's got, like, unless there's a fraud going on, we're paying the same woman.
Right.
And,
yeah, it was just like,
and you're right.
Address it.
When it comes into that whole thing of, like, the body positivity and all that kind of stuff, like, Demi Moore looked great at the beginning. Like, but they didn't need to make her look shitter and shitter artificially. And I'm not saying, like, they should just let her go au naturel, because that's hideous enough. That's not what I'm saying at all. Like, you're trying to show that her body deteriorates, when it's like, yeah, but what we should be saying is that it deteriorates and it gets to a perfectly normal 60-year-old woman's body who's in immaculate, like, condition anyway, but that's not good enough. Even if you look like Demi Moore in your 60s, that's not good enough. But instead they made her look like a haggard old witch, and it's like, but that's not what we're saying.
That's
like
saying, yeah.
If she looked like that, she wouldn't have been given those jobs anymore. That's true. But she's not. She looks like
You're right.
a very good looking woman. And, like, obviously Margaret Qualley is she's a great actor. I think she's wonderful.
Actress, I love her work, yeah.
But they put fake tits on her for this film, and I'm like, that's
what I'm talking about.
That's going against it.
It's that stuff that drives me nuts. It's like, you're feeding into what you're saying this film is against, but you're doing it. Like, you're creating this world that is through the male lens, and this, like, googling about female body, but you're doing it.
100%.
That was my problem.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you.
I agree. I still enjoy it. I do like that film a lot.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is I appreciated it because the director has a completely authentic, unique voice, and like, what she did I haven't seen before in terms of like, so I appreciate her I appreciate that she's not like some freaking copying everybody, that she's kind of like marching to her drum. So I appreciate that.
100%.
I agree with you. I agree with you on it. Yeah.
It's the same way I feel about like Ryan Coogler winning Best Original Script for Sinners, when it's like, I'm sorry, we've all seen From Dusk Till Dawn.
I love Sinners.
But we've all seen From Dusk Till Dawn.
It is From Dusk Till Dawn.
Right? It's the same fucking
That's
film.
what I said from the beginning, which is great. But but
that's not.
I love Sinners, but it's not.
But it's not an original
I thought
idea.
It was genius.
But if by him winning the Oscar means loads of other people of color will be able to like tell their unique stories, then I have no issue with him winning, because it's like, well, it's opened the gates for a much like more diverse realm of filmmaking. And it's the same way I feel with the filmmakers behind Substance. It's like,
yes,
there are flaws and there are things I don't like, but you've done something unique and new for a mass audience. So
yes,
I'll forgive these things if it means we can get more stuff like this. We haven't yet got more stuff like this. That's fine. But
yeah, so that's the struggle for me too, is like, I appreciate it. I want that kind of stuff. It was just, I wish that it
practice what you preach. Yeah.
It could have been done better. It could have been done more effectively, and the script could have been fixed. Like those little issues could have been fixed.
Yeah.
There's just stuff in there.
It's a lot of convenience.
That would be so easy to fix. Yeah, it's a script of convenience to get you to the next plot point, which was annoying.
Yeah,
but yes,
you're right about that.
Bring that kind of film on. I love that it was like a body horror film that made such a splash and award-winning and all that stuff. Loved it.
And female-led without being pandered to. Mm-hmm. It was just like, no, here it is. Here's some great writing. Yeah. I didn't like the last, when it shit the bed at the end, where Margaret Qualley's
I didn't like
the thing.
End.
I didn't care for
the
that.
end.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like the end either.
But again, I took it. I was like, I'll take that.
Which is ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
At least I wasn't bored. And I didn't like Dennis Quaid. I normally love Dennis Quaid, but I hated him in it. I know they were trying to make like a surreal kind of over the top character. I just felt like none of it was grounded in truth, and I was like, I don't believe this guy at all.
Yeah. Just smarmy for smarmy's sake.
Yes.
You know,
he wasn't smarmy because he was trying so hard to be smarmy. That's how I felt. I'm like,
It was a caricature
of a smarmy person.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He wasn't like the self-awareness of him like eating the shrimp cocktail wasn't transferred into the rest of it. It's
Yeah.
Well, you've ruined it for me now. I hate it.
Ew.
No, it's fine. I'll watch it again. So what have you been watching recently, the pair of you?
Well, couple things. First of all, I'm all about true crime and cult documentaries. I don't know.
Beautiful.
I love true crime and
I love
documentaries. Yeah. So I watched Bring Me the Beauties, which was awesome. And there's a Robin Bird documentary out. I didn't know who she was. She's fascinating. But the best movie I saw this year, which I think is an absolutely flawless movie, flawless script, is Pillion. Have you seen it?
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
I had to look up. I'm like, who made this movie? Who wrote this script? And it turned out it was a guy who won, I think, the British Oscar for Best Short. And
really?
The directing is genius. The casting is genius. The script is genius. And it's fun. It's a movie about BDSM gay guys that has heart and is really, like, there's a lot of sadness in it, but it's also fun. Like, you laugh. Like, you don't feel sorry for the main guy. Like, well, also, it's Skarsgård. So he's gorgeous to watch. And you're seeing him play a completely unique character. And they put him with a guy who's not attractive at all, I don't think. But becomes attractive because he's so, like, interesting. It's just, I thought it was flawless. It's been a long time since I saw a movie that I got so excited about where I was like, I would change nothing. I would not change one word in that script. It was so, like, every beat was needed. There was nothing extra. There was no shortcuts. I just thought it was fantastic. So there. See it.
I think I met this guy.
The guy who plays the lead in it?
Because the director, Harry Lighton. Because
oh, so good.
He was up. He did a short film in 2017 for the BFI London Film Festival. Shorts.
Yeah, I think he's only done short films. And what also was interesting is the gay guy in it that his parent, like, you don't really see that many movies where the parents are super supportive of him being gay.
Oh,
so
nice.
it wasn't a poor me story.
Yes.
It was not a poor me story, which I appreciated, because I don't usually see that with movies with.
Oh, it's Dudley Dursley, whatever from.
It's Dudley Dursley from Harry Potter.
I never knew. I didn't know who he was. I'm like, who is this guy? He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's good.
And with Skarsgård.
Amazing.
He should be so lucky.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I love that. I saw that like maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, this is a perfect movie. To me, that was a perfect movie.
Sick. I'll track it down. I'll try and find it.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of perfect, I just watched every episode of Love Island.
No, Shayna, no!
Credibility out the
window. Such good research. Oh my God, it's such good research for
Filmmaker.
1-year-old.
Yeah.
Yes, no. Just the language alone that you learn that kids are saying. And I'm like, why are they saying, like, I don't fuck with you? That's a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, I don't fuck with
you.
you.
Someone is a good thing. Yeah.
Really?
If you fuck with someone, it's a good thing. If you don't fuck with them, then you're like, no.
I would think it would be the opposite.
I know.
I'd say don't fuck with me.
I know. It's not our generation. If they fuck with you, they like you, whatever, then you're in. I also have on the airplane back from Italy, I watched the entire second season of House of the Dragon.
Okay.
Which I wouldn't have done if I was at home.
No, you needed a long flight for that.
Watching it. I needed a long flight to just watch the whole thing. And then a show that I think is absolutely amazing called Widow's Bay on Apple.
Ooh. Really?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun.
Yeah,
so
buddy of mine told me about this.
Yes, so it's like if you watched Midnight Mass,
I loved Midnight Mass.
Okay, so whoever watched, this person who created Widow's Bay clearly watched Midnight Mass and was like, okay, I want to do like a dark comedy version of this, but set on an island full of like sea lore, like sea legends and lore. Oh my God, it's so funny. It's awesome.
Do you think I would like it?
Weird. Yes, you would love it.
Okay.
It's very dark and twisty.
I saw there's a dance scene in like the 4th episode, and there's like blink and you'll miss it moments that are like, keep an eye out for that. And I was like, ooh, well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes. It's great.
But it's not a Flanagan
takes you...
joint, is it?
No, it's not a Flanagan movie. No, it's I think it's a female writer, creator of this. But clearly, like, when you watch it, you're like, oh yeah, this person was a fan of Midnight Mass for sure. And I can't.
Then I have to see it, because that was one of my favorite series.
I love Midnight Mass. Yeah,
Midnight Mass was really good. Apart from, and it's my thing with all of Flanagan's things, is when he all of a sudden he's just like, now my characters are going to monologue at each other, and you're just like,
oh yeah.
Come on, guy.
They gotta,
it didn't bother. I was on the ride.
They gotta get that info
the whole time.
Yeah.
I was
like, gotta get the info out.
Gotta dump that info. Dump the info. Dump. Go. Yeah.
Dump, and then die.
And
dump
then
and die. That's what I call it. Dump and die.
It.
Like, when someone gives their final thing, you're like, they're about to die. Because they just told their whole thing.
Yeah.
And there's really nowhere to go.
But the monologues are so good.
Yeah. That's true.
You have to, even if you don't, the writing and the acting of those monologues.
Definitely the acting. So the acting is always like a good one. I watched Hush recently, which I think is one of his first ones. Where
I've seen Hush.
It's I can't remember. Who's the actor that plays his wife? Who's his wife? Who is the actor? She is playing.
Hush. Oh, she's the deaf girl.
Yes.
Right. Hush.
Kate Siegel.
Oh
yeah, that's
because it reminds me of the Katie Sagal.
Sagal, that's it.
Yeah.
Who is wonderful. I love her. But she's playing a deaf woman.
Yeah.
And there is someone trying to break into her house.
I wasn't that crazy about it.
It was all right. I didn't mind it.
I don't have
no
any
monologues.
bad feelings toward it.
So that was good.
That's good.
That was it. That's all I had to add to the Mike Flanagan chat.
All right, but...
So, do you only consume films on flights, or do you watch films at home?
I watch films. So I have a 9-year-old, so we tend to watch what he wants to watch when the TV comes on. I try, but I need to be better at watching more things. Like, I still need to see Obsession.
Same.
I'm gonna take my 9-year-old to see The Odyssey because we love Greek mythology and the
stuff.
whole Odyssey
Nice.
story.
Nice.
I'm a little wary about taking a 10-year-old, to see that, but it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
His films aren't like, they're not like grotesque, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like they're more historically.
There's no they're historic stuff, and there's no sex or nudity in it, but we tend to go like
for women.
I mean, if you want to talk about seeing like, the Mario Brothers movie or the Mandalorian and Grogu, or, those kinds of films, I could talk to you all day about that.
Oh my God, Shayna.
Tends to be what I go to the theater to see.
Did you see Turning Red?
God.
Yes. Love Turning Red.
That was good. I really like that one.
That one's great.
I don't watch many kids films because I just don't have, I don't have kids in my life. I have a niece, but she lives up in Scotland, so we're just not like physically whatever. Yeah. So I don't know about like kids films that come out.
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed to kids films.
Me neither.
I love a kids film, but like someone will be like, Toy Story 5's coming out, and I'm like, there was a fourth.
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a 4.
I'm not a big Toy Story fan. We didn't go see Toy Story, but I do like a good animated film. When it's done well, it's like it gets you right in the feelers.
Yeah.
And you're like Wild Robot really got me, and I had read the book. I
Big
really
Hero
liked
6. That was good fun.
That one's a good one.
Yeah.
What did we see that made me
How
cry?
to Train Your Dragon.
Oh,
I like those.
I love those.
That's the only. I'm not a big animated film, but I did love.
I really
How to
like
Train Your
Mitchell.
Dragon.
If you haven't seen Mitchell's versus the Machines, that's a really good one. It's super like creatively. It felt very fresh.
Mitchell's vs. the Machine.
And has a good like family drama in it.
Okay. Give that a go.
Of like teenager trying to break free, but like not allowed to, and but she's super smart and like tech savvy, but her dad wants her to go here, and she's like really good she wants to make movies, and he doesn't want her to, and like and she saves the day by making a video of something. You know what I mean? Like, it's great.
K-pop Demon Hunters as well. That was fun.
That one was fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
I used to have a big, silly white truck, which, how else is everyone meant to know I'm insecure about my penis? So I had this big truck, but I would also, like, blast K-pop Demon Hunters. So people would see this big truck, and they'd be like, oh, yeah. And then I'd be like, my little soda pop. And they'd love it. So.
Everyone was that for Halloween. Yeah.
Oh, I don't blame them.
I haven't seen that.
That was the
yet
massive
either.
Halloween. It's fun.
I would say that one's fun watching. Definitely that one. Like, out of all the films that you haven't seen that we've mentioned on this, like, I would say that's probably the one that I'd be like, oh, go see that. Like, track that down. It's on Netflix. That's fun. I would say ignore Weapons, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been pushing it to the back of my...
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Even though I'm like, I need to get on this bandwagon and see this film. Everybody's seen it but me.
I can just tell you what happens in about 5 seconds, and then you'll be like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah, nothing.
Well, I know
Nothing
I'm going to be annoyed because I was annoyed.
And there's
at
no
Barbarian.
there's no real why there's no real meat on the bone.
Oh yeah.
Of the why.
Nothing. It's candy floss.
No, it's
like,
just. It's just.
So how did it win all these awards?
Because people don't know films. I don't know.
Films.
Because she created a great character, and it was like the underdog story about the actress who's done a bunch, but finally gets a cool role, and like I think she's ridiculous. I don't think it's that great.
The character's not that good, and she did a great role in Gone Baby Gone. Like we all going to pretend that we didn't know who Amy was before this? Like, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Woman's been smashing it out the park for 20 years.
They love those stories of the supporting actress who finally gets like, right. And then we all just grab onto it and be it for Halloween.
I feel like when Parasite came out, I was a similar thing because
I hated Parasite.
Oh my God,
yeah,
right?
Me too.
You're the only person that didn't like it. I mean,
I don't like it either.
Oh, really? I thought I was the only one because everybody gave me such a hard time, and I'm like,
same.
Once again, I appreciated it, but those characters, I just was like, no. And I love a character that you don't like, but you got to kind of, you like them for not liking them. And I just thought they were all just, fuck, I don't want to hang out with these people at all.
Like, I really like South Korean cinema. Like, I think it's one of my favorite, like, world cinemas. So when everyone was like, oh, you should go see Parasite, I'm like, oh, you should watch Memories of Murder. Like, it's a better film. I was like, or you should just...
I'll have to see that.
Memories of Murder that's the top of your list. It's like, or go watch Host, or just like any other Bong Joon-ho.
I just got that at the DVD store. I haven't seen it. I just got Host because I was like, oh, it's Korean. I want to see it.
So good. Or like The Handmaiden.
I'm so glad.
Like The Handmaiden. I can watch The Handmaiden like all the time. It's such a beautiful film. It's like
what was the other one? Memories of
Murder. Memories of Toast.
Did you say Memories of Toast? I was like, oh, that was this morning.
I mean, I remember Toast. I remember all the good slices, all the bad slices, but I remember every slice.
Memories of Toast.
Jeez. You are hungry.
Somebody needs to go eat lunch. That's funny. That's her memoir.
Yeah, Memories of Toast.
Clarissa's memoir will be called Memories of Toast.
I don't even eat toast.
You don't even eat toast?
No.
Are you even
have eggs for breakfast?
You're not even living. What do you mean you don't eat toast?
I never eat toast.
I could have buttered toast.
Know why I said Memories of Toast.
I could eat buttered toast for the rest of my life.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just buttered toast. That's all I need.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
Oh my god. Wow, I'm glad some other people didn't like Parasite because I got really lectured about not liking Parasite. I was actually going to put that on my list, and I was like, no, I don't want to go there because people are going to think that I'm ignorant because I didn't like Parasite.
Should have gone there. Always go there.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
There have been some great choices. Is there anything you want to shout out? Any of work you want to like promote? Anything you want to say? Go watch, go find, go listen to.
Go see our short lunch, ladies, please.
There we go. It's on Alta, so I'll put the link in the description to make sure everyone goes to it. So yeah.
We also did a documentary, a short 9-minute documentary with our friend Kent called Butts, but it's not out yet. But if you see it at a festival, yeah. Anything else, Shay?
And go check out our website, rebelminx.com. And there'll be links there, and you can see some of our hopeful upcoming projects that we're trying to get made.
Oh, and Shayna's husband has a new song out, and Shayna wrote the video. So,
nice.
Yeah,
about that.
Yeah. So if you go to YouTube,
do a shout out for your husband's little band he has over there.
Yeah, this is a shout out to The Callings' new song Dust. And I wrote the music video treatment, and that is on YouTube. And go check it out. It's such a great cinematic anthemic song. So if you like big movies, you'll like that song too.
Perfect.
Shayna, we almost forgot too. We have a movie coming out from Full Moon.
Oh yeah, and look out for this fall for Full Moon Features. Clarissa and I wrote The Lost Girl's Private Diary, which is filming in September or October in Italy, and will be out soon after that.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That is exciting. That'll be cool.
It just felt like we just bragged about ourselves, but
I know.
No, this is the time. It was invited bragging. It was like brag about yourself for a good 30 seconds. Enjoy yourself. You know what I mean?
Love it.
It's all good.
Love it.
Well, thank you very much for coming on. It's been great talking to you both.
Really fun, yeah.
Like, I think it's interesting that, well, it's no surprise you guys write together because you do have sort of similar threads throughout your life without expressly like crossing over. They still deal in the same worlds of sort of like escape and then, being able to do whatever it is you want to do without someone telling you what to. So it's very interesting to see that. It's been lovely to speak to you both.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fun.
This has been a Lovable Rogue Productions podcast. Thank you to everyone that listened. If you want to help out your life in film, then download it, like it, share it, and give the pod a follow. I didn't realise till starting this that a download is the way they measure success and not just a listen. So, listening means nothing. Make sure you check out my guests on their socials, which will be in the description of the episode. Take a look at my letterboxd. I've made a list of all the films that have been mentioned on the pod. There's fucking hundreds. So you can find some good films there. There are some good ones. There's some fucking weird ones, and I love them. Quick shout out to some of the podcasts I'm listening to. Caliber 9 from Outer Space. That's Rob and Joe's. That's really good. And then The Villain Was Right. That's a great fun. Check that out. If you really want to be a mensch, give me that money. There's a link in the description. It'll explain it all. But a download and a share is excellent, and I actually appreciate that a lot more than you'd think. We currently have no sponsors, but I am open to them. I'll shill anything. I don't care. This has been a Lovable Rogue production. Thank you for listening.